Texas Attorney General is suing TP-Link over a purported connection to China. A federal court has ruled that OpenAI must stop using the term Cameo. And Tesla stopped using Autopilot to promote its EVs in California. It's Wednesday, February 18th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton announced that the state is suing Wi-Fi router maker TP-Link for deceptively marketing the security of its products and allowing Chinese hacking groups to access Americans' devices. Paxton originally started looking into TP-Link in October of last year. Texas Governor Greg Abbott later prohibited state employees from using TP-Link products in January of this year. Now, TP-Link is no longer owned by a Chinese company, and its products are assembled in Vietnam. But Paxton's lawsuit claims that because the company's ownership and supply chain are tied to China, it's subject to the country's data laws, which require companies to comply with requests from Chinese intelligence agencies. The lawsuit also says that firmware vulnerabilities in TP-Link's hardware have already exposed millions of consumers to severe cybersecurity risks. TP-Link provided the following statement to Engadget in response to the lawsuit, saying, "The claims made by the Texas Attorney General's office are without merit and will be proven false. TP-Link Systems is an independent American company. Neither the Chinese government nor the CCP exercises any form of ownership or control over TP-Link, its products, or its user data." TP-Link's founder and CEO Jeffrey Chow resides in Irvine, California, and is not and never has been a member of the Chinese Communist Party. To ensure the highest level of security, our core operations and infrastructure are located entirely within the U.S., and all U.S. users' networking data is stored securely on Amazon Web Services servers. We will continue to vigorously defend our reputation as a trusted provider of secure connectivity for American families. Now, TP-Link was reportedly being investigated at the federal level back in 2024 after its devices were connected to the massive Salt Typhoon hack that accessed data from multiple U.S. telecom companies. Despite all signs pointing to the federal government getting ready to ban TP-Link last year, Reuters reported that the Trump administration paused plans to ban the company's routers in early February ahead of a meeting between President Donald Trump and President Xi Jinping. Cameo, the platform where celebrities sell short, personalized videos, has scored a preliminary win in a trademark lawsuit against OpenAI. A California judge ruled that the AI company's video generation tool, Sora, cannot use the term Cameo or any variation likely to cause confusion. A temporary restraining order in the case was originally granted last November, and the suit was first brought in response to a feature available within the Sora app at launch called Cameo that allowed users to add any likeness to videos that they generated. Now, Cameo claimed the use of the term in this setting was likely to cause confusion and it could dilute their brand. OpenAI then carried on with the feature despite the suit. A U.S. district judge ruled on Saturday that Cameo's lawsuit was likely to succeed and granted a preliminary injunction blocking OpenAI from continuing to use the name. An OpenAI spokesperson responded to the ruling saying, "We disagree with the complaint's assertion that anyone can claim exclusive ownership over the word Cameo, and we look forward to continuing to make our case." Now, this is just the latest in a string of intellectual property cases against AI companies that have accelerated as video generation capabilities have improved across the board. Rights holders of all kinds, from authors and music publishers to major movie studios, have taken the likes of OpenAI, Anthropic, Perplexity, and others to court, seeking to protect their intellectual property. Tesla stopped using the term Autopilot to sell its cars in California. thereby avoiding a 30-day sales and manufacturing ban in the state. Now, if you will recall, a California administrative law judge ruled back in December that the automaker misled customers by using the terms autopilot and full self-driving. The judge recommended the suspension, but the California DMV gave Tesla 60 days to remove any untrue and misleading language in its marketing materials. In its announcement, the DMV said Tesla has taken corrective action and has stopped using autopilot for marketing. Now, prior to that, the automaker has already clarified that driver supervision is still needed with full self-driving. The judge was ruling on a complaint the DMV made back in 2022 when the agency accused Tesla of making and disseminating misleading statements. It argued that starting in May of 2021, Tesla used deceptive marketing materials with the labels autopilot and full self-driving capability, as well as claimed that the system is designed to be able to conduct short and long-distance trips with no action required by the person in the driver's seat. In reality, the vehicles equipped with those features could not at the time of those advertisements, and cannot now, operate as autonomous vehicles. A ban in California could have had a huge effect on the company, seeing as the state accounts for nearly a third of its sales in the country. Tesla also recently announced that it will stop the production of the Model S and Model X cars to turn its Fremont, California factory, where they were being manufactured, into a space for the production of its Optimus humanoid robots. Tesla has huge plans for Optimus and intends to start selling the robot to the public by the end of 2027. Thanks for listening. There's more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Ian Carlos Campbell, Andre Revilla, and Mariella Moon, and it was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.